Hello everyone, TPM here. Hope everyone has been doing great lately. Thanks to all of you, Project Territory has reached critical acclaim across all corners of the Hot Wheels community. The hype of the first issue and release has led to fantastic reviews and positive reception from the manga as a whole. Once again, thank you all who have stuck by ALSEG and myself throughout the entire process, even post-release. So, a week after the release of Issue 1 Raging Flames, we put out an anonymous feedback form to get a sense on what things worked and what things need improving. We looked at all of your wonderful suggestions and are trying our hardest to implement them, improving the quality of the manga. But we'd also included a Q&A section, giving you all the opportunity to ask us questions about Project Territory. Today, ALSEG and I will be answering these questions. So without further ado, let's do it to it! What are the rest of the characters/cars shown in Issue 1? Okay, let's do a quick reference lightning round, shall we? Starting off with the characters, we have from the Teku side, Omegapus, Chinimisk, myself, and JayCee squared, whilst the Metal Maniacs are repped by Spoilers, Vulcan Vugan, Acceleris, ALSEG, and of course, Waymond. For the cars, which are sprinkled across the manga, we got Supernaut, See You Later, Evil Twin, Governor, Bedlam, and Brutalistic. I would like to highlight a video done by the amazing JayCee Squared, who conducted a full analysis on the first issue and got all of the references down pat. Go check out his video with the link in the description.
Do you guys use 3D models for the cars? And if so, I'll say, how do you make it not clash with the rest of the art? Yeah, we use some 3D models, especially for the main cars. And the way I prevent them from visually clashing is just tracing them 2 times, sometimes even 3. Because I personally don't like when 3D models or photos are plastered on the mangas or webcomics with just a filter on it. But I understand why some artists do it though. It's more time consuming, obviously, but I think it looks better. Another way to make it not clash is knowing perspective and object placement when you add the character, but that is a whole other story in terms of artistic knowledge.
Will these characters ever get to race in the realms? As much as it would be incredible to see the cast drive through the realms, it's sadly not going to happen. Don't get me wrong, I love the realms and their designs, but it doesn't fit with the story of Project Territory. The whole idea of this manga is to take a sci-fi concept and translate it into a realistic story. It wasn't shown much in the original series, which I felt was necessary for it to work. But it really got me thinking on where we could take the universe without creating another realm-focused story. Something fresh needed to be done, and street racing was the perfect path to take, especially for this type of story and this type of cast. I seriously doubt that they would even get to the Accelerdrome, let alone racing around with all the chaos that happens in there. However, it really makes you think about the potential what-ifs.
Would you guys add color to future chapters or specific pages? It's not on our plans really. The manga was planned to be a colored comic at the beginning, but TPM wanted a manga in the end, so a manga it is. I made a post of the April Fools with some panels colored, but yeah guys, sorry. I don't plan coloring it because it's very time consuming. But we agreed that everyone could take a page or more and color them if they wanted to. So yeah, feel free to do so.
Will Blazer fight Bobby for the Teku leader role? I don't know, but we can ask. Hey Blazer!
What?
People want to know if you fight Bobby for Teku leadership.
You mean the broad and the sunbathing geeks? Yuck. I ain't wasting my time of being the leader of drivers who like bug zappers in their interiors. What gives people the impression that I dig that type of stuff?
I don't know, man. I'm just the messenger.
And a lousy one at that. Now leave me alone!
I don't mean to intrude, but I knew we shouldn't have accepted him as a roommate. Not now, Peter!
Do you plan to incorporate clip or scream into the world building? how do I explain this? They're included in the story implicitly, because it's set up in that world, but they don't play a role in the story. I don't know if that makes sense.
Is there any chance that a romance plot could blossom between Rome and BB? It would be really cool to see that slowly develop. To be honest, I do see the connection with a romance plot between the two, but it's more of a sibling relationship I had in mind. Barbie represents the older, more outlandish and cocky sister-like figure in contrast to the shy, quick-thinking, younger brother vibe Rome represents. Regardless on a relationship or not, the primary focus will always be on how they interact with each other through a rival perspective, since that's the situation they're in. But who knows what the future holds?
More detail on how you guys pair card designs with characters would be great. It's a small thing, but it's the kind of thing that I absolutely love. Well, buckle up because this is gonna be a long one. A lot of design choices have to do with understanding the character the writer, in this case TPM, has created. A little bit of their background, where do they come from, their personalities, and also do some research about the place the story takes in or where they come from. The people from the roots, if they are indigenous or from another country. The relationships between characters, and even the year the story is set up. Now, as for the cars, TPM choose the Hot Wheels models and I made the liveries, so I'm gonna speak for the liveries only. So, I like to see them as an extension of their personality, while at the same time not ignoring the forms and shapes of the car. So first I pick up what I want to be perceived from the character. Say, for example, Dexter, because I loved horseplace design. What I wanted to be perceived from him is that he's tough and a little bit aggressive. Well, there's still some correlation to Hollowback and Torque. So I choose a tribal, I don't know how it's pronounced, design. Pretty much studied what characterizes it. I noticed that it has a lot of spikes, some have curves in it, and it also has ramifications, like a tree basically. So I applied that to the form of the car, and well, try until I'm happy with it and I'm like, yeah, this looks great.
Are there any world race drivers that you plan on including in this story? Look, it's definitely in the realm of possibility. However, I don't really want the comic to be flooded with too much character fan service, because I feel that would ultimately take away the feeling of independence supporting Project Territory. As I've stated before, what makes this manga unique is that it's trying to tell a different side of the story, away from the characters we all know and love. But a perfect example of known characters not interrupting the flow of the story, but rather enhancing it, are the Nolo, Tone, and Torque ghosts near the end of the first issue. Not only do they work as fan service for the die-hard fans of the original films, but they also integrate within the story arcs of our new drivers, which also mirror the flashbacks throughout the original series. That's how I think character fan service should be done. It needs to have its purpose. So, if I find a good enough reason to put some of the World Race drivers into Project Territory, then I will.
Where's a good place to look for automotive artists, groups for inspiration and collaboration? Well, there's multiple places, but I will usually look into ArtStation, Cara.app, Instagram, X or Twitter, Behance, Dribble if you're looking for something more professional. As for collaboration, I think you just kinda have to send a message. Most artists and designers are pretty cool people. So yeah, just hit them up and hopefully they'll answer to you.
Wow, what a great load of questions. Thank you to everyone who submitted these questions in our feedback form, as well as those whose questions weren't covered in the video. If you want to give us your thoughts on issue 1 Raging Flames, the link to the anonymous form will be in the description below. We cherish your feedback and really want to make this manga the very best that it can be. And with your help and feedback, we can make that happen. However, on that note, thank you all for watching. And say Yeah.